We're really lucky to have a globally rare species in Cornwall, the Atlantic grey seal. In Cornish harbours we get grey seals. They're attracted there by an easy meal and they will take food from humans quite happily, and what we need to do is practice tough love and not feed them. Cornwall's a very important place for grey seals because we're at the southernmost limit of their range. It's got really excellent habitat for them and it supports all parts of their life cycle, and we don't want to lose them here because this is as far south as they live, so it's really important we preserve them here. Cornwall Seabrook Research Trust has been working on the issue of feeding seals for many years. It's really lovely for people having grey seals in harbours because they're close up and they get really good views of these amazing animals. Because we like seeing them, it's in our human nature to be kind to them and interact with them, and one of the things that we do as a result of that is feed them. It's really unhealthy for a seal to be eating food from humans. Harbours are quite dangerous places for seals. They're very busy industrial sites really, and feeding seals in harbours really creates more problems for the seals because it changes their behaviour. The main effects that it has on the seal is that it means that their energy routine of eating, digesting and resting is upset and sent out of balance. They learn habituated behaviour and track the boats all the time. They follow the boats, they look between boats to see which one's going to feed them next. And then you get the dominant seals who will get all the fish. And we as humans don't like that. We like to share and share food around. So then they throw the food to the less dominant seals, who then gets attacked by the dominant seal to snatch the food off it. So this is not natural behaviour at all. This is stressy, anxious, aggressive behaviour that we don't see in wild seals. So it's affecting their behaviour big time. Seals being fed is an issue in several harbours in Cornwall. So seals are fed in Newquay Harbour, they're fed in Mevagissey Harbour, around Lute Island and also in St Ives Harbour.
Seals come into the harbour on a regular basis. They normally follow the fishing boats in when they come in from sea. When seals come into the harbour, they cause a lot of interest for the general public. I've seen over the years where people used to watch from the quayside and they used to watch from the beach. Now we got people and children that swim with the seals, and in my perspective that is very, very frightening. Everybody thinks that seals are tame. Seals are wild animals. My biggest fear is that a little child could lose a hand or an arm because their jaws are about 4 times more powerful than a Rottweiler.
Feeding seals in harbours is not just a risk to seals, but it's also a risk to people. If you are feeding a seal in a harbour, it's very easy for a seal to misjudge the fish that's in your hand, and then you have a serious risk of being bitten. Seals have very powerful jaws, they have really powerful teeth, and the bite that a seal could inflict on a human would be extremely serious. Seal bites, when they break the skin, always require medical attention, and you have to get some very specialist antibiotics to treat that. So it's not something that you want to have happen to you. The key thing we need to do is we just need to stop feeding seals in harbours. We need to enjoy looking at them, but practice tough love and not feed them. Cornwall Seabrook Research Trust has been working on the issue of feeding seals for many years. We've got posters, we've done talks and presentations, we've encouraged harbour masters to put up signs in the harbours, and we're trying to work with harbour users to understand why feeding seals is such an issue for seals and for them, and how much putting their livelihood at risk is by feeding them.
I have put up a lot more signage around the harbour, basically just asking people not to feed the seals, and I think because they're man-made notices instead of specially printed notices, people are reading them because they wonder what they're about now.
The best way to help seals in harbours is by choosing a seal-friendly boat operator when you go out on a trip. We need to remember that seals are wild animals. People are definitely the biggest threat to grey seals in the wild and in harbours, and you really have an opportunity to make a difference. One of the easiest things that you can do is just to stop feeding them in harbours.